I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lied. Whoa, yeah. Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss, take off the weird jewelry. I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top off. Take off them fabricated streams and the microwave memes. It's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo, take off the Sandro Pay, 5-day stay, take a $250,000, hella final. Take off the fuck flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic that if I'm rich, I'm rare. Take off the should know, take off the Doja, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer off and what do you have? You ugly, you out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Lambeau. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Rodgers going to come out throwing. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And some room to work. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run here with Edwards. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
2nd down and goal. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A complete once again to Watson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Rodgers to throw. And able to find Allen Lazard. And it's a Packers touchdown. Allen Lazard, 47 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Jackson. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 47 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. one quarter, 14-7 our score. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Slot man moves right. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. That was an intriguing call. You got a chip shot field goal. Tight game. Why not just take the 3?
I know that not all the old rules apply in today's NFL, and in fact, I'd love to have an analytics coach here with us right now to say why that was probably a good play. I don't know that even the analytics coach would have said that. That seemed like a bad play. Take the points there and move on.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They go play action with Jackson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Out to his left. This pass complete to Melton. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking for Tonyan on the crosser, and he's got it complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. He finds his receiver, Watson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The slot man in motion right. Rodgers again now. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now Jackson on first down, sliding out of the pocket. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. To throw again is Jackson. Flush to his right. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Now it's Jackson. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have moved out in front. Crosby with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Tucker with the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers steps away to his left. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Edwards is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it'll be Edwards. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Edwards. And this time he is in. Yes. Gus Edwards, A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it go again, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers being chased out left. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On first down, Rodgers dancing to his left. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. Jackson to throw. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing now is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Now Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go, just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Forced out to his left. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Rodgers to throw. He's able to find Melton. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. They'll send the tight end in motion left. The tight end in motion right. Back to throw, Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed in intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime.
Let's go. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the greatest of all time. Said I'm coming for everything. You good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishment. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, when I push the rock up genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The catamounts who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this caliber, that don't count. Competition get flattened out. Getting money like I went top 3 in the first round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First play and a first throw for Rodgers. Pass complete across the formation to Melton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 16 more on that one and another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards to go on second down from the 7. They'll go again to Jones. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. On third down, here's Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. Third and short yardage. Cousins There's Jefferson to pull that in. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
First down, here's Cousins. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And complete right side to Cook. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. From just shy of midfield, Cousins right back to Cook for another completion. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Cousins. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Cousins.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
They run the counter with Cook. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. A first down throw for Cousins.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Slot man moves right. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Flushed out right. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On play action, it's Rodgers. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
They'll go with Jones. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Rodgers now on first down. Dancing to his left. To the sideline, he finds Melton. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They go back to the ground with Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Crosby is good. So we hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it would.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Robert Tonyan, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Packers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Cousins throw complete there to Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down, Cousins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Rodgers going to throw. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That is caught by Thielen, and he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. To throw is Rodgers.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, wide open receiver, complete. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Caught by Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And again, it's Rodgers. Touchdown!
Aaron Jones
from 6 yards away, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter and a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. To throw, Cousins. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Cousins again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On second and goal, Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Oh, this is blocked. Oh, the Packers have it. Taking it right down Broadway. The 40. The 20.
All you got to do is look and learn. Look and learn, baby.
And he takes it all the way back. And this crowd can't believe what they're seeing. Things go wrong even after a touchdown in this one. That is a play that you just do not see very often, maybe a couple times a year. The blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, it's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
He's going to air one out. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
This pass complete to Melton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Rodgers looking to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second in this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give up. Now flex. While you there looking the best, feel to get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome, you ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend go and put your pants on. Down, the best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting. I'm gonzo. Headed where the homie live, cause it's on though. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home though. No, we living solo. Vertebrae. Got this broken to his place. It's shit in his face, yeah. From then I say it's evidence. You entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up. Then I again. Gone. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting cold.
Your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade, you didn't upgrade it. The world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me. How you talking about the greatest, still ain't mention me. Them bands, I want the symphony. 15 in it, wasn't instantly. Lately I've been catching plays, it's like it's meant to be. I got rich in the pandemic, meant to be. Don't do too much, I keep it simple. You clout chasing, trying to make the people feel you. Boys need to slow it down, I'm talking real screw. Penthouse at the top with the clear view. Oh, but look, I don't like your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. You not my kind, I know kin to me. Heard you told my girl about all of them that's DMing me. Why they hogging up the recipe? Heard they talking like I can't let Ken Wallace get ahead of me. Know your heart full of jealousy. All that acting tough, damn, this must be a parody. Okay, 1-on-1 ain't no comparing me. Okay, wait, 2-on-2, that's like they be sharing me. Okay, they working like the rent dude. Rent got them going, that's what I'm into. Yeah, if I'm in it, then I own it, not a rental. No, I've been plotting on the lamb and the Benz cool. Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't like your energy. I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
Jones running on first down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
That's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, forced the incompletion.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He finds Watson complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run here with Dillon. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. Dillon again. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A.J. Dillon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start the drive with Cook, and he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Cousins to throw it. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Now Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Cook is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Just power of football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
Got his man. It's Bo Melton.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
I do think that sometimes on third and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big gain and a conversion on third down. That's a big pickup.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
Right side to Watson. Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson.
51 yards.
And the Packers have moved out in front.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
74 yards.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And oh, it's blocked. It's picked up a lot. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
Boy, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection led to the block.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Rodgers. They'll find Jones again, complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And Watson has it right side.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Rodgers to throw once more. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. A diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage.
So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25.
Rodgers again now.
He'll go right back to Tonyan.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Cousins now to throw on first down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Final play of the half, Cousins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Crosby on now to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? And which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now. Because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point, because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That gain on third down, good for 28.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Rodgers going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Being chased out left.
Pass complete across the formation to Melton. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. Caught on the slant. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have retaken a third-quarter lead.
So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Rodgers will throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Rodgers now on first down. Dancing to his left. Touchdown, Packers! Bo Melton. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think
and that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson.
34 yards.
And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. In motion comes the tight end left. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He's able to find Melton. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 2nd and very short, Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 74 yards. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Joseph connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Rodgers, a free play. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Now they send a man in motion right. Rodgers throwing here. Now swing pass for Dillon. Touchdown! A.J. Dillon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much get. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Nwangu now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On third down, Cousins. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Rodgers looking to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Yellow offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this. Wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in their pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati.
Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Cincinnati. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 21 yards.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
From midfield now, Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw into the hands of Sample. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Burrow on 3rd down. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. First down. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Forced out to his left. He's got his man. That's Sample, the tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
Again, it's Burrow. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some script.
Here's a diving catch right side. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away.
Got his man. It's Bo Melton.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
On first down, Rodgers.
The throw complete to the tight end, Tonyan.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Rodgers now on first down. Steps away to his left. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase.
75 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen. They need for it to happen now.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tonyan. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's a big force of completion there to bring up third and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Being chased out left. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are back within a score. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know every offensive unit, when that happens, they want to come running back out and recreate it. We know the chances of that are slim because now the defense is on high alert. But at the same time, that confidence should carry over into the start of their next drive.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
And into the end zone, it's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. To throw again on second down. Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Throwing again, it's Burrow. open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. A big play there just before halftime. 68 yards. Now Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10, and he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Steps away to his left. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. So no gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Being chased out left. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Rodgers again now. Dancing to his left. 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
They'll try again with Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Buying time to his left. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Another catch from Melton. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Rodgers now to throw.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Packers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Burrow will throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now it's Rodgers.
Right side to Watson.
And it's a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers looking to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Bengals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers finding Christian Watson. And the Packers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
To try again after the sack, Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is taken in by Hurst. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals get a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but it's still live. Whoa, yeah. Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss, take off the weird jewelry. I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top 5. Take off them fabricated streams and the microwave memes. It's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro Pay, 5-day stay, take a $250,000, hella final. Take off the fuck flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic, that if I'm rich, I'm rare. Take off the should know, take off the Doja, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer off and what do you have? You ugly. You out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about? Talk about us. You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up for us? Get back in pocket. The world in a panic, the women is stranded, the men on the run. The profits abandoned, the law take advantage. The market is crashing, the industry wants to sleep in the box while they making a mockery following us. This ain't Monopoly, watching for love. This ain't monogamy, y'all get it. Jumping on what the hell is that? I gotta relax when I feel. All my descendants, they come in my sleep and say I am too real. I'm done with the sensitive, taking it personal. Done with the black and the white, the wrong and the right. You hoping for change and miracles. I know the feelings that came with burials, cries. You ugly. You out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about? Talk about us. You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up for us? Serving up a look, dancing in a drop. Hello to the big step, but never lose a count. Venting in the safe house. Venting in the safe. Can I vent out my truth? I got nothing to lose. I got problems and proofs. I can swim with my fate. Cameras moving whenever I'm moving. The family suing whatever I make. Murder is stacking. The president acting. The government taxing my funds in the bank. Homies ejecting the fence when I'm breaking. Look at my reaction. My pupils on skates. Hold up. Let's think about this for a second. Tell me what you would do for steady. When you show your show, no credit. When you show your bro for leverage. What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? You out of pocket, yeah, you out of pocket. You entertain the mediocre, need to stop it. You entertaining old friends when they toxic. What your life like? You gossip. What the is council culture, dog? Say what I want about you. I'm like Oprah, dog. I treat you like I'm Jigga. Watch I own it all. Oh, you worry about a critic? That ain't protocol.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. quite nuclear. Amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a Renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Baltimore Ravens. Kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
Jackson on 1st down.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the 38, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
To throw is Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Dobbins, touchdown, Baltimore.
That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Rodgers now on 1st down. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Got his man, it's Bo Melton. He's got room at the 30, and he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 45 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open it up to even more big plays.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Rodgers going to throw. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson now. Oh, Andrews has it. What a catch. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
That is definitely what we call a defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's able to find Melton. Touchdown! Bo Melton, 31 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 31, Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Jackson finding his tight end Andrews for the Ravens, 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
He's checking crack. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Here we go.
And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Patrick Ricard taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. On first down, Rodgers being chased out left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers dancing to his left. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got a man complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. The slot man in motion right. To throw is Rodgers. And he's going to go down. He sat back at the 24. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So now on fourth down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. The kick by Crosby is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers.
This pass complete to Melton.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. A diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Throwing now is Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Jackson targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football back at their own 17. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter. But that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Rodgers now on first down. Buying time to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. And the slot man goes in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 63 yards. And the Packers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And he'll going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down.
He'll find Bateman once more. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. On first and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens will add to their fourth-quarter lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's Rodgers to throw. Forced out to his left. Man open, here is Jones.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now Rodgers steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers eluding the pressure right.
Connecting with Tunyon along the sideline.
And out of bounds right around the 20. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Throwing is Jackson.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. To throw again on second down. Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Jackson. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 18. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Rodgers to throw. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Escaping the pressure right. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Throwing now is Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for player of the...
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So it's a win here for the Ravens, and it was just too much Lamar Jackson. He really played well.
Yeah, he was in complete control of this offense. He had 3 touchdowns.